What's up, everyone? It's Achaidh here. Welcome back to At 1700 Somewhere. I know I always introduce myself in the videos as if like my regular 11 people who watch my videos don't know who I am already. Literally, I only have 9 subscribers, and my most recent video has only gotten 11 views. Aside my music videos, they've gotten a lot of views. Those are awesome. Thank you so much for that, by the way. But yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but you know what? Y'all stay cool. I'm going to introduce myself every single time. Did I say it's 1700 somewhere? It already has been. So, anyway, I know a couple videos ago, last video, whatever order this gets uploaded in, I did another beer thing a little bit ago from the original Craft Brew Club. I didn't like it. I canceled it, but I told y'all that I was going to continue doing tastings. I'd get some 22s of beer that I can get locally. And there's a lot of beers I can get locally, craft brews, microbrews, all that stuff. There's a lot of them. Ben is huge for microbrewing. They say that it's one of the best places in the nation as far as like municipal water goes for brewing. And I would say that's correct. But either way, tonight for you, I have a beer from Ninkasi Brewery, which they're from Eugene, Oregon. And then I have another one. This is not a beer, this is a cider. This is from a local company. I can't say brewery, even though it's essentially the same thing. They make cider, so it's not brewing necessarily. Kind of, sort of, yes, but no. This would be more akin to like champagne or wine than beer. This is actually a new one from Atlas Cider Company that I have not tried yet. Brand new. This is their dragon fruit, which I'm actually really excited to taste that. So is Desiree. And this one right here, this is Dawn of the Dead from Ninkasi. Actually, one of my favorite beers. So I have actually already drank this. I drink it relatively often, and I love it. So, but I'm gonna go a little bit more into different things about them. So this one right here, as I said, this is Dawn of the Dead. Dawn of the Dead, it's an India style red ale. So it's kind of a take on an IPA, like an India Pale Ale, but they did some of the techniques that have to do with bringing it to be a red ale. Different types of malt, different types of grains and all that stuff to bring it to a red ale. And then, as I said, this is more of a wine or a champagne. So its process is going to be more like just simply making a wine. You're going to get your fruits, you're going to ferment them, and when they're done fermenting, it's going to come out as a wine. And well, going into your whole brewing process and all that stuff, you're going to go back, you're going to ferment it up, you're going to get everything going. Essentially going to be a wine. At the end process of it, you'll back sweeten with whatever flavors you want. So this was probably, I would assume, they based it off like a dragon fruit wine. And at the end, or actually no, they may have actually done it as apple, like an actual apple wine. And then turned it into, or back sweetened with dragon fruit juice. I don't know. I know for the most part, most of Atlas Cider Company's ciders are a apple cider that they back sweetened with whatever other flavor they're going to do. But, and then the thing with your ciders, if you want them to be carbonated like these are, in order to do that, you have to actually have a whole keg system and back carbonation and all that stuff. I will do some videos in the future regarding brewing and all that stuff, because I do a little bit of beer, I do some wine, stuff like that. So can't do champagne. Well, I can do champagne because champagne's carbonation comes from the same theory as beer. Either way, I'm getting too much into crap. I'll save that for my brewing videos I'll do later. So let's go ahead and get into tasting. Alright, so we're going to get into them. I'm going to open them both. I'm going to pour a little bit out of them, and I'm going to talk a little bit about them, and then I'm going to drink them. I'm not going to drink all of this in front of you. I'm just going to drink what's in those, and that's where this video will end. I probably will drink both these this evening though. I mean, it is Saturday, right? Alright, so. And see, I'm actually a little surprised by this. This is the first time that I've ever actually poured this one. I was totally expecting it to be a completely different color. I'm not shitting you. I was expecting it to look a little closer to this in color, honestly. That's really shocking. Alright. Thought I was using the bottle opener upside down there for a second. Alright, so put that one down. And there's really no secrets to this one. I'm gonna pour it. Alright, so there you go. There's that one. As I said, there's really no secrets to it. It's what it is. So, so we're gonna look at them. Like I said, this one is actually like a light amber color. I really did not expect it to be that color. That's really shocking. And that one, yeah, that one. So we're just gonna dive into this. So even though it is one of my favorite beers, I will have to say it's been a fair while since I've drank one. They're expensive. Like that beer for a 6-pack is $10. $10 for a damn 6-pack. The only thing that I've seen that's more expensive than that is those like hard root beers. Well, I would say this one too, but you can't buy these in 6-packs or anything. You can only get these in 22s. That's the only way you can get them. So, and these are like $6.22, something like that. So yeah, but I don't drink these things very often because, as I've stated previously, I'm not fucking Mark Zuckerberg. All right, so we'll go ahead and give this a smell. It's got a slightly kind of like tomatoey smell, and then you have the hoppy smell, kind of like any of the India style beers that you have. But let's go ahead and give it a taste. So yeah, right off the bat, it's got a lot of hops. I mean, you'd expect that from a India beer. So this one, its IBUs are 75. So yeah, it's got a high bitterness. 75 IBU. That's really hoppy. Oh, it actually gives some pretty good info in here. So it's saying this beer has been out since 2014. So it's only been running for a couple of years. Its original specific gravity, which means what they started the brew when they were brewing it. Essentially, your original gravity, your specific gravity, is telling you how much potential alcohol is in your wort, right? And then, as you fermented it, you ferment out all the sugars. That gravity is going to coincide to whatever alcohol content should be in it. So, you can basically estimate how much alcohol you're going to have. All right. The bitterness, as I said, was IBUs. The International Bitterness Units is 75. I think that's what that says, what that means. I'm actually going to have to look that up because I've always just assumed IBU means International Bitterness Units. So don't quote me on that's what that means. I'm just going to go ahead and assume at this point. Next tasting video, or maybe even the next video I do, I may or may not correct myself on that. So stay tuned. And then the alcohol on it, this is a 7%. That's pretty. She got a little bit of horsepower, don't she? Yep. That might be why I like this beer. But as far as the taste of it, you get your bitterness, like the hoppiness right off the bat. And then there's some like you have the maltiness to it and everything like that. I don't get how it called itself a red ale, honestly. I don't know too much that goes on. I don't get how it's a red ale, but it's good. I like it, and even your finishing taste is a good hoppy flavor, right? So this is a good beer. I like it. It's a lovely beer. There's a little bit of sweetness. It's like a sweet and sour also right on the top. It's like right above your hoppiness. You have like sweet and sour, and then it goes hoppy. And it runs that hoppy aftertaste. It's good. All right. So now here's the dragon fruit. So I've actually eaten dragon fruit. So it smells sweet, and you have that, you know, the kind of sour alcohol sweet taste smell that you get from like wine or champagne. It's got that. Also with a lot of sweet. Kind of smells like you would expect. What's that wine company? Arbor Mist. What you expect from something like that. So go ahead and taste it. This is the first time I have ever tasted this one, so everything I'm saying from here is going to be brand new. It's pretty sour. Actually, really sour. Got a good, right at the front, it's got a reasonable amount of sweetness, but it's pretty sour. And other than that, it tastes like champagne. I mean, I honestly, I can't discern any flavors other than really just what I generally expect to see in sweet champagne. Really, it's good. Don't get that wrong. It's actually really good, but just tastes like any sweet champagne would. Really, I would recommend it. If it weren't $6 and $7 a bottle, I'd buy it more often. But says it's fermented from 100% Northwest fruit, so all the fruit in this comes from somewhere here in the Pacific Northwest. Give it back to Northwest charities and causes. Family owned and operated. So this is that's what it says right there. It's really, really a microbrew. It's family owned and operated. Sorry, there's a fly over here bouncing around on my diffuser for my light. Freaking distracting me and bugging the hell out of me. I don't know if y'all can hear it. So this guy right here is 6% alcohol, and we're gonna read what they have to say about it. A long time ago, when dragons roamed the land, soldiers were sent out to bring back one thing for their emperor: the prized dragon fruit. Legend has it, as he thrust his sword into the heart of the dragon, fire and fruit was breathed out in his last breath. The fruit's cactus. Oh fuck! I fucked that up again. Right. Seriously, they need some punctuation in this freaking thing. The fruit's cactus like neon magenta skin and lime green scales very closely resemble the flesh of a mythical dragon. It's believed that those who feast on his flesh, which has a mild kiwi sorbet-like flavor, will be endowed with the strength and ferocity of the dragons. Side effects might include breathing fire and other unknowns. So they try to add a little humor to their humor to their stuff. All in all, they're both really good. I would buy them again if I had the money to buy them often. But until further notice, y'all get 2 tastings a week, or a tasting of 2 things a week. That's what we're gonna say. I'm gonna try to foot that bill. So either way, that's where I'm going to end this. Y'all have yourself a wonderful evening, morning, noon, whatever. Whenever you guys are drinking beer and watching a beer thing, whether it be morning, night, noon, whatever, y'all have it. But before I go there, don't forget to subscribe. So the subscribe button will likely be right here. Just click on one of the glasses of beer or wine. It's gonna say subscribe. All right. So go ahead and don't go ahead, but comment, please. Ask me anything. Say whatever you want. Blah blah blah. Comment, please. I will answer everything. Like the video, it'll let me know that you like it, you like seeing it, and it'll let other people know that they want to see it. Don't forget to check check out my Facebook. That will be in the description down below. Don't forget to check out my Twitter, which will also be in the description down below. Yeah. Oh, my Patreon. Patreon will help me bring you other videos, help me get better equipment for making videos for y'all. Please check out my Patreon. At least share it. If nothing else, just share my Patreon to other people. And check out my Teespring. If just flat out trying to donate money to someone or whatever doesn't work for you, check out my Teespring. Got some t-shirts on there. Got a couple of designs. One's a logo for my channel. And then another one is just some funny lyrics I heard in a song once that I decided I wanted to turn into a t-shirt. I do have another design that will be coming out likely here in the next couple days. I will probably already have it available for being purchased when this video gets uploaded. Hopefully, anyways. So I will try to have a link for it somewhere on screen. That video is actually right now being custom designed for me for 4th of July. So go ahead and check that out. Buy a t-shirt for me. All the proceeds from that will go to trying to make better videos. Like, subscribe, check me out on Facebook, Twitter, everything like that. It's been wonderful talking with y'all, drinking this beer. I've got to go finish it up. Remember, it's always 1500, 1700. It's always 1700. See? Fuck. It's always 1700 somewhere. This is Adam signing out.